Hey, what's going on, everybody? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Ed Talks Daily Personal Growth and Motivation Podcast. Today I'm going to be talking about clearing clutter. So this whole week, the subject has been clutter and how the things in the mess in your space can be causing mess in your mind, and how the mess in your mind can be causing mess in your space. So the mess in your space can be causing the mess in your mind, and the mess in your mind can be causing the mess in your space. So that's just a cool way of saying whatever way that you're thinking is going to represent itself in your space. And whatever things is in your space is going to represent itself in your thinking. So which one comes first? Does the thinking come first, or does the clutter come first? Which means, does the clutter cause the chaos in your mind, or does the chaos in your mind cause the clutter? So which one comes first? And you might be like, okay, maybe both. Maybe I have some clutter plus my mind is foggy, and I guess the clutter and the fogginess combined is a lot for me to handle. Okay, so if first of all you have a lot of clutter, you might say, where is it originating from, right? Is it from the space, or is it from what's going on in my head? Okay, so today I'm going to really drop some science on you and how like the clutter can be causing you more stress and leading to overindulgence, which causes you more stress. Okay, so being stressed all day causes you to secrete a hormone called cortisol. And if you're really stressed, that cortisol hormone is going to cause you to do certain things against your own self. So by having clutter in your space, you find yourself more stressed, and at the same time that you find yourself more stressed, you also start to indulge in other things, which affects your spleen, which affects your liver, which then affects your heart. So all of this things that we're doing, just by clearing off your clutter, you can help your heart take a lot of relief. So I just said heart, and my heart is like caved in. So if you're like this, right? If you find yourself like this throughout the day, it means that you're suppressing your lungs and also your heart. So if you're angry, your shoulder's gonna be pulled up. And then your hamstrings are gonna be tight if you're fearful. So you have anger up here, and then you have fear in your hamstrings. So it's like you're being pulled in two directions. And then you have the whole world on your shoulders, now you're caving in. So this is posture in a space where like it's clogged up. So there's a lot on you and you feel pulled. So you got to straighten yourself up. By straightening the space up, it's going to have a lot to do with your mind as well, because it's just going to be like a clearing out, like letting things go. Okay? So by clearing up your space, you're just saying, I'm going to let things go. Like if you like this all the time, and I don't know, somebody broke your heart too, and you're feeling scared because, hey, things are crazy, and you're like this, and your hamstrings are tight, pulling you down, and your posture is off, plus there's a lot of things in your space, you can't think right, your brain is foggy. All of these are signs that we need to start a practice of letting go. You know, we might have to let go some people, some energy, and some actual things by tossing some things away. So today, I'm gonna be hosting a class, Clearing Clutter 101. Welcome to the Holistic Motivators live class in my backyard. Thank y'all for being here. So, Clearing Clutter 101. First of all, we're gonna think about everything that brings your energy down. So I want you to look at what's going on, Asia. So I want you to think about everything in your space that when you look at, you just like, it brings your energy down. It can be a picture, it can be something you just have, like a cabinet drawer, something somebody gave to you, a gift you don't even like, but you keep the gift because somebody might come around and you'd be like, hey, where's the gift I gave you? So you just kept it, but you don't really like it. So everything that when you look at that reminds you of someone that drains your energy, or that actually drains your energy, like a old cabinet is just like discolored, and you're like, hey, I want to throw this away, okay? And maybe you have somebody else living with you, and you're like, they don't want you to throw it away. So because of that, you're like, you want to throw it away, can you? And then that causes some sort of tension in the relationship, and you're like, this thing is bringing my energy down. So communicate that with the person, or just communicate it with yourself and make a decision that, okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get rid of this thing. Okay, this gift no longer serves me. I will get rid of it. Clear up your space so you can clear up your mind. The process of letting go. So I said things remind you of people. So when you let things go, you're also letting the people go. So let's say you had a special relationship and you got a bunch of gifts. And some of these gifts are useful to you. Some of them are just sentimental gifts. More like a note, a flyer, a paper like that. But this person, when you think of them, does not bring your energy up. They actually drain your energy, just the thought of them. That's the mental clutter that is attached to physical clutter. Okay? So a thing reminds you of someone, so it has it's taking up space in your mind, and it's taking up space in your life, in your space. So some things are taking up both space in your mind and your space. Every time you look at it, it brings your energy down, but you're not conscious of it yet. So today, I'm just sharing with you a perspective so you can be conscious of it. So look at the different things in your space. And when you look at them, do they bring your energy up, or do they bring your energy down? Okay? As simple as that. And then now, can you get rid of them? What can you absolutely get rid of today? Like if you looked at it, I can get rid of this right now. What's in your trash list? Okay? And then next, you might be like, okay, some of these things I can give away, or can I sell them on Let Go or on eBay? So on Facebook Marketplace. So you could look at some of the things around your house, and they have value that you can make money off of. Now you can say, okay, I'm going to take these. I might just sell these. I might just take a picture, put it on Facebook Marketplace, and just sell those. So that's another way. And you're like, okay, I'm seeing the things I want, the things I kind of don't want, and then here's the things I absolutely need. Okay, so those things are the ones you're going to keep. And then next, not only those are the ones you're going to keep, you're also going to think about what you want to add. Okay, so take away and add life. Take the dead thing away and add a live thing to it, right? So the thing draining your life, discard it, and then add something to fuel your life, right? So whatever is draining you, discard it, and then find something to fuel your life. And that can simply be like a plant, right? Or it can be like a nice painting that you want to replace something with. Or you might want to invest in a different cabinet drawer. Like you never really thought of it, but that old cabinet drawer might be like, it's not working for me. I mean, based on your ability to invest in yourself, it's something you can do. You know what I mean? So decluttering is not just about decluttering, it's also about replacing. Because sometimes we got to move on from the different things in our space, rightfully, right? And if you got it, why not invest in yourself? You might have like an old chair that's not really helping you, right? You might say, hey, you know what? I need to replace that. I'm going to give you a quick tip on not only after you declutter your space, or just a way to sit so you can be more, so your posture can be better. And then at the same time, that's going to enhance how you feel. Okay, so basically you would sit on a medicine ball, which is a round ball. Okay, you're going to find that space where your spine is elongated, and then you want the keyboard about where my hand is right now, about midline. Okay, so about a little bit lower. So they did research on this, and then you want to have your monitor a little bit higher, about 3 inch. So that way you can be about 30 degrees. So you can lift your chin up about 30 degrees and look at the monitor. So this, you see that's gonna also enhance your vitality. So you can replace a chair with a medicine ball, or not a medicine ball, a body ball that they call, or one of those exercise, the big ones. So you just sit on that, That's improving your posture. So decluttering can be throwing some stuff away to make space for some new things. Okay, so it's actually very useful thing you can do. So my challenge for you is look at your space, and you can start small, right? You can start in corners. Like you can start with your desk, right? You can start by making piles of paper and different categories, and which ones like that are important, not so important. Important, not so important, totally trash, right? Everything in the important spot, you put them there. Everything in the not so important part, those you go back for a second review, and everything trash, you trash them away. So you trash the trash. So make sure you keep trashing. You don't want to keep the trash in as you clean, because then it looks more work. And in your mind, you're like, I have more work to do. So it's better to just throw the trash away as you go. So now you have less things. You could just do a corner. You start with your desk. You put the trash. You throw them out, and then you could go back to the not so important list. And then now you could do that in many categories of your room, of your space. You know what I mean? You could go under the bed and be like, today's my under the bed decluttering session. You go underneath the bed, you're gonna make 3 categories. Like, look at the shoes that you wear all the time, the shoes you wear sometimes, and the shoes you wear never. All the time, sometime, never. All the time, you already know those shoes, you take them, you put them in a special category, you fix those up. The sometime shoes, you keep those there. That's back for review. The never, then you make a decision. Right there and then, you really want to empower yourself. I'm going to really make a decision right now. The law of diminishing intent says if you don't make a decision now, the longer you wait, the less likely it is to happen. So in that list, we say, I sometimes never wear these shoes. Then you have to say, okay, never. What can I do? Post, Facebook Marketplace, let go, on eBay. Sell them. Put them on your Instagram and just put a price next to it. Have a Black Friday shoe sale on Friday, this Friday, right? And then just, okay, I can sell some of these, or I can donate some of these, or I can give these to my sister, or I can just toss these, right? Make those decisions. Put those in different bins. So now you done underneath the bedroom. Today was the bedroom underneath the bed day. Right, the next day you can find another corner to declutter. So when you declutter, put some nice music on, right? Or put like a podcast that you like to just stimulate your mind as you declutter. It's actually really good. This is not, I don't know if it's been suggested by psychologists, but I would suggest it. A lot of people, when you've lost someone, and I've lost my grandma this year, and we've done a major decluttering. Not only have we decluttered everything has been decluttered, because it's a sense of, plus it keeps you busy, right? So if you have a lot on your mind, get your hands working. By decluttering, it could be very therapeutic. Put some nice music on, make it fun, right? And then, so somebody who's grieving, by letting go of some of these things, it literally frees you. So it's like an energetic release, right? Just getting rid of some of the things in your space is so useful. So I found out that we did do a nice declutter, and we donated the clothes, and we took some stuff out, and everybody decluttered. It was like a process. So you might say, hey, I have roommates, or hey, I have a family. Once you take the initiative, what you're gonna start is you're gonna start a train. When you take the initiative, I'm gonna declutter my space, then you're gonna find out that, your kids start decluttering. Cause like, there are times where like, why you got so much stuff, but then there's a bunch of stuff in the house. Think about if you're running a house, and then you're always telling your kids to not leave things around, right? Like, but then the house is cluttered in general. I mean, what do you think the kid is gonna be thinking? I mean, when I was like, there's like a lot of stuff. It's organized and clean, but it can be cluttered. There's a difference between clean and clutter. Clean just means everything is clean. It's not dirty. You're a clean person, but you can have a lot of things. You might just want to hoard or keep things. Like you have an identity stuck to them, and you have a memory, so you really want to keep them. But when you let them go, now you free yourself to get more stuff, or other better stuff, or less stuff. Now you're like, okay, now my space is clearing up. My life is kind of like clearing up. Like Feng Shui made more millionaires than a lot of other things. All I mean by that is people clearing up their space. All of a sudden they got more productive, better ideas, and they're just like, nice. So if you put some nice music on, start cleaning, After Thanksgiving and December, make that the release 2020. Any energy from 2020 that's stuck in the walls, that's stuck, get rid of them. Like paint something over it. Get some nice color paint. Paint over the 2020. Toss away the dust from 2020. Get rid of some of the things and anything that reminds you of 2020 in general. Just like toss. Now, 2020 could have been an empowering year for you, as it was for me. I think I grew the most this year. So don't throw everything away. Keep the good stuff. Leave away the energy draining things, because it's really going to change your life. Because I've been doing this same thing I'm talking about and has changed my life. It's a healing process to clean your space. Now I'm adding plants to my space, right? Essential oils around change your aroma, change your music. You know what I mean? It's okay to turn up. It's okay to turn up, but sometimes it's best to also chill out. So sometimes put some really relaxing music on that just gets you in a chill vibe, right? And then go and then do some cleaning. That's part of your, right? If you got a lot on your mind, get your hands working and see what therapy that is. That's called clean therapy, right? Some people sometimes get more compulsive with it as well. But then there's other ways that you can also achieve peace, so you don't have to just clean to get peace, right? And then it's gonna become a habit, right? I had a bad habit of leaving things around. Now I develop a really good habit of, I wake up, the first thing I do is I make my bed. I sweep the floor. I organize things. If there's anything unorganized, I make sure it's reorganized by the morning time. So I'm sitting, I'm like, yo, I'm achieving more now than ever. I'm thinking better, right? I'm giving you my best self because of my space is clean. My aura has transformed. So your space is gonna change your life. So it's a life-changing thing. If you feel the weight on the world on your shoulders, get rid of the things around you, okay? So that's the message of the day, all right? I really wanted to share that with y'all because those are the things that's been changing my life. So decluttering, let's see what else. Let's keep the class going. Decluttering 101, you in for a treat. I wanna make sure that you get everything. All right, so you don't wanna just keep things just in case. You know what I mean? How many things you have here just in case I need it, but have you used it in the last 3 months, in the last 6 months? This is the motivating part of the session. Have you used your things in the last 6 months or the last 3 months? I'm just keeping this just in case. Just in case of what? Well, just in case. Okay, just in time. Okay? There's a concept in business that says just in time. You buy the product right when you need it and you use it. Just in time saves you less headache. Logistics becomes easier. So just in time means I just get the product right when the customer needs it, deliver it to the customer. I don't hold all that weight because that's causing friction. I have to pay for that. I have to pay to have this thing. I have to pay to keep it. So by just in time, when you need it, you'll get it again. Sell it. Marketplace, Facebook, eBay, boom. A friend, Instagram shop. You got everything working for you. You can make some money off your things. Get rid of them. Now, you're like, okay, I don't need it just in case, just in time. Just in time, you're gonna get better things now. Now you might say, I have an identity stuck to this because I got it from Iowa. Well, Iowa is nice, but I have no identity stuck to the thing. I just use it for its utility, not because of its identity. Because yes, this reminds me of a great thing, but the memory is in my mind, not in the thing. So it'll be okay if I throw this away, because the memory is in my mind, it's not in the thing. The thing is just the object. So if your identity is tied up in them, it's time to reattach to your true identity. Why would you let your identity be tied up in things? Your identity should be tied up in your identity, your true one. So this should not have that much of a significance. Everything is important, but everything is not so important. That's pretty much the cool thing about life. So next, you might say, if I have this, I have a status. Yo, this makes me look cool. When my friends come around, this makes me look cool. Okay, you like status. Now, I want to remind you that you're cool without it. You're cool already. I like you just the way you are. You don't need to like have something to be cool. Now, you still have things to be cool. But I'm just saying, what's very important is also not important. So some of these things, you could still sell them because you could get more cool things. You know, now you could sell old things so you can support your friend and buy her artwork and put it on your wall, right? Buy the quotes from the Holistic Motivator coming soon and put it on your wall. Get something new, open up your space, put some affirmations down. Make your own thing. I got a little vision board, it's nice, it's coming true, right? I have a vision statement, I have affirmations. You could put them on your space. Build your space so when you wake up, you get motivated, inspired, right? I curate my motivation. Some people say, hey, you naturally motivated? No, I curate it. I curate my peace. Are you naturally peaceful? No, I curate it. As in, I do the things that's working for me. I go for a run, I go for a walk, I sit outside, I do this, right? I curate it. So you have to curate your peace, curate your environment. And your status is gonna be you. You can just walk around and like, yo, this person's energy is fire. I have an energy status, right? I don't have nice cars and crazy things, but I have an energy status, which means when I walk around, my energy speaks for me. Not my things, but my energy. So have an energy status by freeing up your space so your energy can be better. Now you might say more is better. Somebody says less is more. And then you say, hey, more is better. Well, I'm not here to say who's right or who's wrong, but more takes more management. More things, more management. So do you want to manage things or do you want to manage your life? Do you want to manage objects or do you want to manage experiences? Do you want to manage things that remind you of people or do you want to manage your relationships with those people? Which will you choose? Next, you might say, hey, I need to use this to the max. Who watch Everybody Hate Chris? Yo, I love that show. Everybody Hate Chris. I'm about to drink 50 cents worth of tea. I gotta make sure I finish this whole tea mug before this thing is over because if I don't finish it, then I'm gonna lose about 30 cents of that tea. And I can't afford that right now. So that is the Everybody Hates Chris mentality. I need to use this to its end. Like this toothbrush, it's really no good. Like I can't even get the scrapes of my teeth. My teeth are not, well, my teeth, I need to get it whitened, but I'm just saying my teeth are not, I have a better toothbrush, by the way. I have a clean toothbrush. This is hypothetical. So my toothbrush is like all messed up, but I gotta use it to the bone. So we gotta let go of the things that are no longer serving us and be like, man, yo, this is like $1. I spent $1 with like that's just like a minute thing for me. And you could have you could have bought another brush, another comb. But you're like, yo, this comb is so important. I remember when I was 7, right? I mean, if it's something really special like that, then, you know, sometimes we might even have to let those go too. That's a different conversation. We're not gonna get to that today because that has to do with a lot more. Okay, so another thing is we might keep things to suppress emotions. You know what I mean? So I have my things to comfort me. You know what I mean? And that could be money too. Like I have my things to comfort me. You ever seen the pictures where people are like, right, with the bread? That just means that the money is being your comfort, or like the things are like using to suppress the emotions. Okay, so I only come here to share something with you to enhance your current life experience by just sharing a different perspective. Now, I make a disclaimer at the end of my videos to say I don't tell you what to do. And I always say make sure what you do is the product of your own conclusion. Make sure what you do is the product of your own conclusion. Make sure what you do is the product of your own conclusion. And what that means is simply you do what you do based on what your heart leads you to do. All I do is like, yo, perspective, bomb, gem. And then you take what you want, you leave what you don't. And what changes your life, let me know though, so I can know, hey, this should be highlighted uh, very highlighted in the book. So yeah, let me know, okay? So that's pretty much the podcast for today. I was just motivating you, literally, to go and clear up the space. Clear Your Clutter 101 was the class. They don't offer this in high school, but in Instagram, you can get it for free every day by listening to Ed Talks Daily. And I'm sending you a special invite to go to edtalksdaily.com, edtalksdaily.com. You might have just came in and you're like, yo, I want the whole thing. Here's how you get the whole thing. This appears in an hour, no, in 24 hours. But the audio is a podcast, which means if you go to edtalksdaily.com, you're going to be able to listen to the podcast. And I have hundreds of episodes. I've spent hours of my life, days, weeks, months, years of my life investing in this. So pretty much I really went in. So that's really what my mission is. And as you guys can see, I've been posting some of my old workout videos. That's where I came from, personal trainer. So I used to help people with their physical bodies, okay? So what I mean by that is I used to just help people lose weight. A lot of you don't know that I actually can help you lose 30 to 40 pounds in the next 3 months, right? So that's something that I do. But I found out that people did not only just need help losing weight in their physical bodies, but they had a lot of weight in their mental space, right? So that's when I switched my focus from just working with people in the sense of helping them with their outside body to working them with their mind, and then helping them with their holistic wellness. So that's pretty much what I do in a nutshell for everybody to know out there, so you know what I do. So I help women and entrepreneurs release stress, anxiety, and depression by sharing holistic tools and practices. And what I mean by that is I just share with you how to declutter. That's something you do. It's a practical thing you can do. I show you how to breathe. I show you how to do the qigong, which is a form to release stress. I was talking about earlier how the heart and the liver and overeating and the spleen, all these things I teach. So you're gonna be able to learn how your body works, so you can make some changes that in like the next 3 to 6 months, you can literally feel a whole lot better, more peace, right? So by just doing certain things, right? It's all out there, but I've just been able to learn all these things. That's what I mean by investing in the last years in myself with mentorship and a lot of other things, with a lot of time putting in the work. So now I've put it all together in a holistic fashion for you. I deliver it to you in bits and pieces every day, right? So those who have ears, let them hear. So I just I deliver them in pieces. And then at the same time, I have a community of people where I go more deeper into the other things, into the practical. And really, I've been preparing a lot of things in the last few days because I'm launching something really big. And it's pretty much going to be a tribe. And it's really it's going to be holistic health and wellness support. Literally every day you're going to have a live call, in addition to a lot of the things that, like, you don't want to, if you really join this and do a lot of the things, like, you could fire your therapist, right? You can fire your personal trainer, fire your nutritionist, fire your chiropractor, and do your own massage. So it's gonna be really awesome. Plus a community of people that you can connect with. Like, I really believe that it's going to be amazing, because this launch is gonna be awesome. So basically, I'm gonna be launching that on Friday. And it's gonna also have the exercise component, as well as the breathing and health and peace component, and the eating. So recipes, juices, detox. So I've always given you all the pieces separately, but when you bring all of them together, that's when the magic happens, right? It's when you start working out, exercising. It's when you start breathing. And it's when you start finding your peace. It's when you start journaling. It's when you start learning the productivity hacks. It's when you start to learn that, hey, you could create a workflow. I want to teach you a cool notebook method I have right here on my screen. How to organize digital, right? How to brand yourself. How many of you have a business? So all of these different things, all inclusive in the tribe. These things are going to be amazing because it's literally going to be so many different things that I realized that, yo, there's so much value that I can bring. And I was like, yo, how do I bring all this together? Then I was like, yo, the only way this can happen is with a tribe, right? Is like with a group of ambitious people who are looking to seek, like, to curate their own peace, find a way to heal yourself. It is so possible that you can literally, like, from all the traumas, from all the dramas, from all the stress and anxiety, your life doesn't have to remain the same. You can find peace, right? The normal, like, when we normally go to the doctor, they don't really give you hope. They just really let you down. They just say, you got to take this. And they don't really do that much for you, to be honest. Depends on the issue, of course. But the thing is, you have to learn how to literally let your body communicate to you. So let me explain to you how you can let your body communicate to you. And a simple thing, your body has the clock. So what if you knew when your body, what it's supposed to be doing? And then you could treat that clock in a good way. And you can honor the clock. So let me explain to you. This morning when I woke up, my digestion always works in the morning. If it doesn't work in the morning, it means your colon is back up. It means you need to detox. You need to clean your colon. Okay? You need the colon cleanse. So I realized that in the morning, my digestive is right. However, the night before I ate a little bit later. If you're Haitian, there's something called labouille, and we had the labouille banan. I don't know if you ever heard of that one, right? It's like plantain. I don't know how to even call it. Plantain. How do you call that? Labouille. That's how I know it, okay? I'm teaching y'all something new. So basically, I had that. And mind you, it had dairy in it, something that doesn't sit right with me. I'm not a vegan. I'm a vegetarian, pescatarian, really. So the dairy didn't sit right with me. I'm like, that's why I don't eat dairy on the daily. So this morning I felt, quote unquote, okay, I was gonna say, okay, I keep it clean for the kids. I want kids to watch these videos. So I felt like, backed up. So because of that, I'm like, I need to have some tea. So what I did was I went outside and I got me a passion flower tea and cerasee. Passion flower and cerasee with garlic and a little bit of salt. Passion flower, cerasee, garlic, a little bit of salt. And I just drank that first thing in the morning. I was not feeling that good. I literally, within 30 minutes, I'm clear. And in the next 30 minutes, what I'm doing is I'm over here studying, right? So I have a bunch of notes from this morning, which I can share with you. Notes. So if I didn't do that, how can I write notes? How can I be focused? How can I actually do this? But it was these little changes. You got to listen to your body so you know what's happening. If you didn't feel that, hey, I'm bloated. Oh, what's good for bloating? Okay. Mint. Let me get some mint tea. You're like, oh, that's nice. Smoothing. Much better. That is going to help you instead of like Tylenol, Advil. You know, it's better to just like what you know can literally enhance your life experience. Because while like the pain that you having right now, it could be a simple solution. And I promise to you, you already scrolled past it, or you watched it, or it's in your saved post. I want you to go back to your saved post and look at all your saved posts. You probably have a lot of healing remedies already. Okay, so your saved post healing remedies. After the video, go watch them. You might already have them there. And you might be a Google search away, or you just might be away from the Flex Tribe. So I'm going to be launching this. I'm going to be dropping this on Friday, where I'm going to be sharing with you all of this, the whole holistic experience. So exercise, breathing and meditation, massage, body drumming, You're gonna have the food, and then you're gonna have the detox, the juicing, all of that inclusive, and that. So it's gonna be pretty awesome. I'm gonna mix everything that I've learned. Plus, what I'm gonna give you is the entrepreneurship series, organization, time management, how to stop procrastination. All of these subjects I really have a good idea all about, and I use all of these different cool tools because I'm the personality type that have systems. So let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So I want to thank y'all for being here. If you do certain changes in your life will start to transform. There's more out here than what you're currently experiencing if it's currently limited. So there's more. There's a lot more. And I'm not even talking about things or going places. I'm literally talking about more within you. There's more to come out here. There's more creativity. There's more talents. Like there's a business within you. Like there's like a lot of good things that can sprout out of you. But the thing is, in the fog, it's hard for you to see it. So I had certain stages in my life where I was fogged up and I didn't really see how valuable I was. And that was holding me back, was the fog. It was a lack of mental clarity. It was thinking the same thing every single day. Mental clutter. Same thoughts of negative thinking at the same time. And then I have to prime myself positive half the day, so I'm being pulled in two directions. This is what being pulled in two directions looks like physically. This is called anger, for women mostly, and fear. You're holding here. And then your hamstrings is fear. It's pulling back. Your knees, fear moving forward. So your knees are hurting. The back of your leg is hurting. And then now your shoulders are uptight because you're angry. And your heart is broken because you know how it is. So you're like, like this. And then your space has a bunch of stuff. And then you're like, man, okay, I got to do something different. So, yeah, you got to do something different. And it's the time to start now. I want to thank everybody for watching. It's the Holistic Motivator. And I want to thank you for tuning in to this holistic session. Peace.